Hi friends, welcome back. KE0JWK, Carl here. I got to apologize. I didn't have as much time this afternoon as I thought, so I had to get this all set up off camera. What I thought was going to take 2 to 3 hours ended up taking closer to 6.5 or 7. So I'm back home. I am back home, and did some adjusting on this wire. Pulled it out the full 50 feet to begin with. I think we did that earlier, real close to the ground. So when I got home, the wind had picked up a whole lot, and as you can see, it's starting to look a little nasty out. So being as we have cars sitting around and I didn't want to have to move everything out of the way, I didn't shoot a line way up high in the tree. I did get the tip of the wire up about 20 feet off the ground, which is still really low for 80. And I shortened it back about 18 feet. I didn't cut anything. I just wrapped it back on itself and adjusted. I started out at about taking about 6 feet off. I doubled that, and then I kind of fine-tuned it a little bit here at the end. But as you can see, I'll give you a shot of it. I don't know if you can see that antenna is pulled way over from the tension on the wire, which is fine. I've got a line up on the end of that 20-foot PVC pipe leaning on the tree, and the wire comes back into there. Let me walk over here. I know I got complaints about getting seasick, but too bad. Close your eyes. So as you can see, in that vertical wire there, that's my vertical antenna that is out of commission at the moment. I need to get it about 20 feet higher, and so that I can get the radials higher off the ground where they're not getting hit by UPS trucks and stuff. But that's a work in progress also. So there's the wad of wire. I just folded it back and forth on itself, wrapped it, and let's go look at what we have now for SWR and our complex impedance and our reactance. Let me open this back out. Oops. There you go. I hope you can see that all right. So we're looking at from 3 megahertz all the way up to 5 megahertz, that section of the band. And we're looking at the reactance and the SWR right now, and you can see the graph, but more importantly, you can see the numbers. My first marker's at 3.9 megahertz with a 1.46 to 1 SWR. Z's 44.78 there. You can read it yourself right across. The right side marker is at 4 megahertz and 2.32, so it's a little bit high in the center there, or at the end, I'm sorry. And then the SWR minimum is that third line. Then the minimum is at 3.94 with a 1.3 to 1 SWR. So, you know, I could definitely live with that, no problem. Just as is. Like I said, this is something, a work in progress, but that's basically how you go about it. I can re-sweep this because I did drop that down a minute ago and raise it back up so I could measure how much I had actually folded back. So let's sweep again and see if it changed any. Just a little bit. You know, I might have unwrapped a little bit of wire there when I was handling it. So, but it's close. Something that if I was going to use it like this, I would definitely check it beforehand and fine tune it. What I will do is cut that a whole bunch of that excess wire off up there, so I don't have the big wad at the end. Hopefully that's not helping me up there, but that way I'm only folding back one layer onto itself. I won't cut it all the way to where it adjusts out perfect. I try never to do that, just because that way if something changes, your height, your proximity to structures, to metal and things like that. And so I will probably leave, you know, maybe an extra 6 to 10 feet on there, probably 6 feet, and just keep it folded back on itself. But there it is, friends. Sorry I had to make this so much shorter this afternoon, but it's getting late and I got to get all my toys off of my truck so it's ready for work tomorrow morning, and get that piece of PVC put back away instead of leaving it in the middle of the yard, which I'm sure my wife expects because she knows how I am. All right, guys, 7-3. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful to you, or maybe you can pass it on to somebody that you know might find it helpful. I may cross post this in both playlists, the one for this the details on the mag antenna, and also on the MFJ 225. So if you look for it again, you might find it in either place. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything and it doesn't hurt. If you like it a lot, or want to see some of my future stuff, subscribe. That way you get notified. Thanks. 7-3 KE0 JWK.